morning, everyone. I just was going to do a quick little garden tour here to show you what all I've planted, and then I'm going to go ahead and harvest some kale for dinner tonight, and that'll be a wrap. So here I have my tomatoes. I have 16 tomato plants there, and then there's my 2 patches of lettuce. One of them is Bib lettuce and the other one is the black-seeded Simpson. And then I have peppers. I forget which ones are which, but I know I have some sweet banana peppers, and I also have some yellow bell peppers. And then I have some jalapenos, but I put them in a different spot this year, so they're not with these peppers. And then, of course, we have our zucchini and our summer squash, the yellow neck. And then I have a couple cucumber plants down at the bottom. And then I have 2 rows of my Roma beans and 2 rows of Blue Lake. And then we have all of our hardy stuff. So we have, let's see, there's 8. I have 8 cabbages right here. And then I have my 8 kale plants. We'll get into that in a little bit here. And then I have 8 broccoli and 8 cauliflower. And then I tried something new this year, so stay tuned. We'll see how it does. I have 8. If you can see all of them, they're really little right now. I have 8 celery plants, so I'm anxious to see how those grow and what they look like. And then I have my jalapenos down there at the end, just for some salsa. I think I put 4 jalapenos in, so not very many. And then I have my 10 rows of corn back here. I do need to get my corn rows weeded. Just really haven't had the time or the energy. And then down here at the very bottom is where I put my potatoes this year. So there are 2 full rows of potatoes. And this year, if you watched my garden planting video, you will know I planted the Keenbeck. They are an older variety. They're supposed to be a really good hardy potato, so I'm anxious to see. I have planted russets in the past, so I'm anxious to see what the Keenbeck do and see how much they yield. So stay tuned on that as well. I am going to go ahead and start trimming my kale. I did a few of them the other day, but they are ready to be cut again. When you're trimming kale, it's actually really easy. You just cut as close as you can to the stalk, and that will let the stalk just keep growing and new leaves will keep forming in the center. So by the end of the summer, if you keep them pruned, they will grow fairly high because they will just keep having new growth and keep reproducing. Sometimes once it gets really, really hot though, and the bugs get bad, sometimes that's the end of our kale patch. But we're just going to eat on it until we can't any longer, and that's all you can do. So here is all that I harvest today. This strainer is actually a pretty big strainer, so there's a lot here. This will probably get us 2 meals. What I really like to do is cut like the big part of the stalk off. So I'll cut it here and then chop this into 4 pieces and then put it on a baking dish, drizzle some olive oil, sprinkle some salt, and then bake it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And we make kale chips out of them. We really like the kale chips. They taste really good. So this will cook down in the oven. So even though it looks like a lot, it's not as much as it looks like. So we'll probably get 2 meals out of this. We'll have some for dinner tonight and maybe some in a few days. Kale holds really well. It's just like cabbage. It holds really well in the refrigerator. So I'll go ahead and wash it and then put it in the fridge and hold it over till we're ready to eat it.